So this is the Contiki, that means the Kuja simulator. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 different windows available. So these windows are adjustable. Okay, you can adjust the size of these windows, and for every window there is a purpose. Okay, we are having a purpose for every window. Okay, now, so network window, this is going to be the main. Okay, that means where you are going to have your topology. Your network will be displayed in this particular place. Then we have enter nodes here. This window, you can have any commands, any notes. Suppose if you want to type anything, you can type it here. The next one is simulation control. So the simulation control window, it is going to, okay, the like controlling your simulation. Okay, you can start your simulation, you can pause it, you can step over, you can reload. So you can do anything by using, okay, this is the main control. Okay, this is the driving. So you can control your entire network by using the simulator only. That means the simulation control only. So then we are having some view. Okay, that is the output. So mode outputs, it is going to display the information about the modes. Okay, here. Then we are having the timeline. So timeline is every second what is happening in your topology diagram. So that means in your topology, you can observe in this particular place. Okay, so these are the 5 different windows that are available. Okay, and all the windows are adjustable. It is flexible. You can adjust according to your topology. Okay, according to your the topology you are creating, you can adjust it. Okay, now, so what we are going to see here means today we are going to have a small, okay, very small example, which is going to be the hello world example. Okay, now I'm going for the modes. I want to add the modes. So here we are going to say everything as the modes. If you go for the real network, that means the wired network, we are going to say as host. Okay, host means it could be anything. It could be a computer, it could be a router, okay, a printer. So anything which is connected in a network, we are going to say host. But here I'm going to say as mode. Okay, now I'm going to add the modes. So there are so many different types of modes available. These are all different types of modes, okay, available depending upon the hardware. So here the common, the generic one is going to be the sky mode. Okay, sky mode. Now, so let me click the sky mode. Okay, I'm going to click. Now, so sky mode I'm going to add. Now, in this mode, there is nothing. There is no programs available. So the mode is ready. So what you have to do means you have to add a program for this. What your mode or what your device, the sensor device, okay, what you want, okay, that device to do. Okay, so the function of the device, what okay, what we are expecting from that particular device. So that device we have to load it here. Okay, that you have to load. Now I'm going for the browsing. Okay, the browse. So there are so many, okay, folders available here. If you go to the examples, okay, I will show the hierarchy. So in the home, okay, home, this is the first folder. In the home, you are having users. In users, Contiki 3.0. So if you go to 3.0, inside that you are having a folder called examples. Okay, so you must know the hierarchy. Home, user, Contiki 3.0. In Contiki 3.0, we have examples. Okay, examples folder. So in the example folders, there are so many examples already created. Okay, created, and we are going to use this. You can do any modification in this. So if you want to do any, okay, you don't need to do anything from the scratch. Okay, here everything is available in the form of examples. You are going to use that and you can do any changes, whatever the changes you need, you can do it. Now, in this, I'm having an example. Okay, that is a hello world example. Okay, I'm just going for the hello world. Now, you can see hello world.c. So this is the C program which is already written, by the authors, and it is ready for use. So I'm going to take the hello world C. So this program I'm going to load it in my mode. Okay, that means in my sensor device I'm going to load the hello world.c. Okay, you can see the path where the, okay, the file is available. So home, users, Contiki 3.0, examples, hello world, hello world.c. Now I want to compile this program. Okay, is there is any errors in this program? I want to find any errors available in this program. So let me just going, okay, click on the compile. So there are something you can see in red color, but that is warning. Okay, warnings you can ignore, but if there is any error, then you have to correct it. But okay, fortunately, we don't have any errors in this particular program. Now, I'm going to click create. Now, it is asking how many nodes you need, the number of new nodes. Okay, so I want 5 nodes I need. Then, what is the positioning? So, in which positioning you want to place? Random positioning, linear positioning, okay, ellipse positioning, manual positioning. So, I'm going for the ellipse this time. Okay, I'm going to put it in the ellipse form. Okay, ellipse positioning. Then, if you want to fix some intervals and all, you can fix it. We will see it later. Okay, because in the first lab, we no need to do all the changes. Okay, so I'm going for the ellipse positioning and then I'm going to click add nodes. Okay, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 nodes. Okay, there it is arranged in the ellipse positioning. It is arranged. Now, for this node, if you take the nodes, that means mode. It is not node, it is mode. So for every mode, okay, there are so many informations we can display. So how you can display? Go to the view. Okay, go to the views. So in view, there are so many options given here. So first thing, the basic thing is the mode ID. So if you click the ID, you can see the ID is coming. So this is mode number 1. This is mode number 2, mode 3, mode 4, mode 5. There are 5 modes available now. Then, so let me go for the next option, address. So IP or RIME, RIME. So IP address or the RIME address. The RIME is a very important thing here. We are going to see maybe in the next class. Okay, after that. Okay, it's a very important protocol here as far as IoT is concerned. We will see it later. So now I'm just going to click that. So it will give the IP address of the nodes. So now the IP address is not available. Okay, it is not showing the IP address, but once if you run the simulator, it will show it. Then the next one is a print statement, printf statement. That means any printf statements, anything if you print in that node, okay, I want to display. So what we are going to display now today, I want to say hello world. Every node is going to print hello world. So that is printf. Okay, so the printf I enabled here. Then LEDs. Every node is going to have 3 types of LEDs. Okay, one is a red, green and blue. So what is that? We will see it later. So there are 3 different types of LEDs available here. I want to show all the 3 LEDs. So LEDs are displayed here. Then the next one, I'm going for the radio traffic. So radio traffic means communication. Okay, so now it is not doing any communication. Once if you start the simulation, then only, okay, it will show. But in this example, they are not going to communicate. They are going to simply print. Okay, they are going to simply print hello world, hello world. Okay, that's it. No communication here. Then the next one is a position. So position means x-axis, y-axis. Okay, in which place where, okay, where we placed the location of that particular node. Okay, if you move automatically, the location will change. Okay, I'm just moving here. You can see the location is changing. So this is the location, or we can say it is a position. Then the next one is 10-meter background grid. So it is a background grid. So 10 meters length, 10 meters. Okay, this is 10 square, 10 into 10, 100 square meter. Okay, that is the area. Okay, so this is going to be the grid. So each of 10 meters and 10 meters, 10-meter length, 10 meters breadth. So 10 into 10, it is 100. So 100 square meters of area this is. Then next one is mode type. So here all the modes belongs to the same type. Okay, but today we are going to have some more labs. We are going to see different modes. Okay, different types of modes. We can use it in the same topology. So here I'm having only one type of mode. Everything is showing in the green color. Okay, this is a type of mode. Then the next one is mode attributes, some values. So this is also today you will not get it. Okay, it will display something. So you cannot understand what is that. We can see that later. Okay, in the beginning, in the first class, you no need to discuss about attributes. Then the next one, I'm going for radio environment. So this is very important. So what is radio environment means? The coverage area. So you can see the green color. Okay, that is going to be the coverage area. And this is called the brown color, sorry, the gray color. This is called interference. Okay, interference means your signal will not reach here. So 3 can communicate 2 and 2 can communicate 3. Okay, only they are in the range. So if you take 4, so 4 cannot communicate any node. 4 cannot communicate any node. 5 you can see, so 5 can communicate with 1. Okay, now if I go for 1, so 1 can communicate with 2. So this is the coverage area, so of each node. Okay, so this is the last one, the radio environment. Then code is a program. So if you can just click the program or you can just disable it. So these are the basic things you must know here in the view options. Now, so almost the nodes are ready. All the nodes are ready. Okay, now we have to start the simulation. Now I'm going to start the simulation. So once if you start the simulation, you can see every node is simply going to display. Okay, hello world, hello world, hello world, hello world. Okay, it is simply displaying the hello world. Okay, they are not communicating. You are getting a line, but this is not communicating. Okay, if you are communicating, you will get here. Okay, it is not communicating. Just they are in the area. It is okay. They can reachable. But every device simply it is printing hello world, hello world, hello world. It is printing in the regular interval of time. You can see in the timeline. In the timeline, okay, it is given here. So it is for every node. If you follow one node, okay, you can see. So in a particular duration, at a particular duration of time, so it is going to just print hello world, hello world, hello world, hello world, like that. Okay, so this is the first lab. Okay, the first lab is just printing the hello world. Now you can take any node. Okay, I'm just taking the node. I'm just taking node number 4. I'm going for, okay, right click. So mode tools for sky 4. Okay, that means the fourth node I'm taking. So you can see lot of information about this particular mode. Now I'm going for the mode information. So if you click the mode information, it is displaying the information about the mode. Okay, what is that? You can see this is the mode information. So mode type information, what type of mode means, this is going to be, okay, a sky mode. Mode interface, okay, 15 interfaces available. So 15 okay, devices it can connect. 15 devices it can connect at the same time. So 15 interfaces available. So what is the frequency means? Okay, you can see the frequency 3904173. I think you might have studied about this in the wireless networking. Every device is going to work in a different frequency. Okay, so what is the frequency of this device means? The frequency of this device is 3904173 hertz. Okay, that is a device. Okay, that is a frequency. Okay, now I click the mode type. You can see the information here. This is the device, this is the hardware. Okay, so this is the device, that means this is a wireless sensor device. Okay, so it is used. So this device only we are converting here as a software and we are displaying here. If you go to packet tracer, in packet tracer, okay, you can find a router in circle. Okay, the round, that round, what is that means? That is a device, a hardware device. So the hardware device, okay, the router device, we display as a single, okay, a single circle. Okay, and inside that the programs are running. The same thing. So this is your hardware device. This is the mode, sky mode. Okay, this is a sensor device. Okay, in our lab we have this in IoT kit. If you buy the IoT kit, okay, you can buy this. So this mode only, now it is converted like this. Okay, it is available like this as a single device. Okay, as a mode. So this is how we can do the first lab. So the first lab is just printing the hello world. Okay, now I'm going for the second one. Okay, if you want to save now, you can see. I'm just going to the file and I'm going to save it, save the simulation. Always the simulation will be saved with the extension. What is the name means? The file name is CSC. Okay, it will save as CSC. So you can select any location. Okay, any particular location you can select and you can save all your simulations. So let me save it in, okay, in the home. So I'm just going to save it in the home. So the first lab, okay, I'm giving lab 1. So this will be saved as .csc. Okay, that is a simulation file. Okay, now I just saved it. So whenever if you click that particular file, automatically it will be loaded. Your simulation will be loaded. Okay, it will work. Any changes, anything, whatever you do, it will be saved in that particular file. Okay, so this is the first lab. Now I'm going for the second lab. The second lab is lab number 2. It is customized message. Okay, customized message. Okay, we are going to do it now. So instead of hello world, you can customize the message, you can change the message. So that is very important. Okay, because in most of our in our project, for the most of things, we are going to customize the program. Okay, we are going to change the program. So how to customize a particular program, how to change a particular program, you must know it. So I'm going for the simulation again. So here I want to create the mode. Okay, but I don't want printing hello world. I want to print a different message I want to print. So what I can do means, so I have to go to that particular file, the source file I want to take. Now I'm just minimizing. Okay, I want to take the file. Okay, so where the file is available means, so let me just go to the places. Okay, places, you can go to the home folder. In home folder, you can see Contiki 3.0. In 3.0, we have examples. In examples, okay, we have hello world. So just click the hello world, and here you are having the C program, hello world.c. So this is your source program. Okay, this is the source program you are going to use, but I'm going to customize this program. I'm going to change this program. So what I can do means, I can just right click, open with gedit. Okay, this is a tool. Okay, a text editing tool in Linux, that means in Ubuntu. You can just open it in the gedit. So if you open in the gedit, okay, you can see this is your the source code or the program for hello world.c. Okay, so let me uh, show this. So this is the source code. Now this source code, okay, very simple. Okay, this is the program. Okay, only this is the program. Okay, this is the program. The remaining thing, it is just a comments. Okay, they are adding just comments. Okay, so the comments and all, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, so this is the source code. Now in the source code, you can see they are including some header files. Okay, there are two header files they are having. So one, okay, about the source code we can see it later. Now you can see this. What is this means? The process will start, auto start process. Okay, that means the hello world process will start. If you run this program, hello world will start and it will be repeated. Okay, it will be in a loop. Okay, it will be executed many times. Okay, now what I'm going to do means, so this is the text printf hello world. So the hello world text, I'm going to change it. Okay, so why I'm doing this means, okay, because most of the programs will be available here, and we must know how to customize it. Okay, we have to customize, we have to change according to our need. Okay, that is the important thing here. So now I'm going to remove this hello world, and I can write any message here. Okay, so the message I'm going to write is, so welcome to, okay, so welcome to IoT. So I write a message here, welcome to IoT. So this is a message I'm giving. So now instead of hello world, okay, welcome to IoT message will be displayed. Okay, so now I'm going to save this file, save it, and you can exit. Okay, you can quit from this particular folder. Now your simulation is already available. Okay, it is running already. We open the Kucha. Now I'm going for the simulation. Okay, sorry, I'm going for the mode. I want to add modes. So add modes, create new mode. So now new mode is sky mode. Now what is the program you want to load? I want to program, okay, I want to load the hello world program, but it is not hello world now. Now it is welcome to IoT. Okay, now I'm just going for hello world.c. Okay, this is the program you want to run. So open it, then do compile. compile it. Suppose if there is any error, okay, it will display. So we don't have any error in that. Now I'm going to use create. So how many nodes you want to create? So I want to create, let it be 10 nodes I want to create. Then what is the positioning means? I want, okay, random positioning now. So before we used, okay, ellipse. Now I'm going for the random positioning. So just click the add nodes. Okay, you can see the nodes are created here. So all the 10 nodes are created randomly. It is okay, it is positioned. Now you can go for the view. I'm going to take only the printf. Okay, only the printf. That means I want to print only the message. Then if you want, you can take the, okay, mode type also. Okay, it will be better. So I'm going for the mode type. Okay, so the two things I'm taking now, and mode id also we can take. Okay, no need to take all the things. Okay, it will be like confusing type of thing. So I'm just taking only three parameters I'm going to display. So what are the three parameters I'm displaying means mode id. Okay, then printf statement, what it is going to print, and then type of mode. Only three things I selected here, and then you can start the simulation. So if you click start, okay, now you can see all the nodes are printing welcome to IoT, welcome to IoT. So every node is going to print it. They are not communicating with each other. Simply they are just printing the hello world IoT. Okay, so now you can see in the timeline. Okay, in the timeline. So in a particular duration of time. Okay, in a particular interval. Okay, in a regular interval. Okay, so they are just printing the hello world. Sorry, welcome to IoT. Welcome to IoT. Okay, it is printing. So this is the second lab, how you can print the customized, okay, the customized data by using the, okay, hello world. Okay, hello world we changed into welcome to IoT. Now let me go to the third lab. Now the third lab we are going to discuss here is broadcasting. Okay, we are going to create broadcasting. So please keep it in your mind. Broadcasting we are going to use in our project. So because the broadcasting is going to be a type of attack. Okay, it is a type of attack. So broadcasting is going to be a very important concept. Now let me show the broadcasting, how the broadcasting, okay, is going to work. Okay, how you can implement broadcasting concept in Contiki Kuja. Now, so let me create it. Now I want to add the modes. Okay, you can adjust the windows so that you can have more space for your network. Okay, you can adjust the screen like this. Okay, so now I'm going for the simulation. Sorry, I'm going for the mode. I'm going to add a new mode, create a new mode. So the mode is a sky mode. Okay, sky mode. Now, so here we are going to do the broadcasting. Okay, the broadcasting example we are going to do. Now, I'm going for the browsing. So in the examples, we are having a folder called RIME. Okay, there is a folder called RIME. So this RIME is a very important protocol stack, set of protocols for IoT networks. Okay, so for IoT networks, so there are so many. Okay, this is one of the basic protocol. Now let me take RIME. Okay, so here you can see there are so many examples available. I want to check the broadcasting example. I want to check. So let me go for the broadcast. So broadcast.c. So I'm taking the broadcast now. So just open it and you can compile it. So there are warnings available. You can ignore the warnings. If there is any error, you have to correct it, but there is no error here. So the program is now over. That means it is compiled successfully, and I'm going to create it. Now, the number of new nodes, how many nodes you want to create? I know I want 10 nodes. So the positioning also, I'm going for the random positioning. Okay, I'm going for the random positioning. Now I'm just going to click add nodes. Now the nodes are positioned randomly. You can adjust the nodes. Okay, if you want, you can, okay, you can drag and drop. You can adjust the position. So wherever you want, you can keep the nodes. So now I'm just keeping the nodes, okay, according to my wish. I'm going to just pull it down and you can arrange it as per your requirements. Okay, so now, so these are the nodes available. Now let me go to the mode ID. I'm just enable the mode ID, okay, the mode ID, because that is very important. Now I'm going for the address. So here we are not going to use any addressing concept, but in the next lab, okay, we are going to do now. We are going to use the address. Then the next one, printf, okay, printf I'm using. Then I'm using the radio traffic, because here we are going to see the broadcast. They are going to communicate. So I'm going for the uh, radio traffic. Then grid, okay, I'm taking the grid also. Then I'm going for the mode type. All the modes belong to the same type. Then code, okay, radio environment. So if you need anything, you can take the remaining thing. Okay, this is enough, basic things. So now you can see, if you click 3, node 3, so node 3 can broadcast the data to 6, 4, 8, and 1. Okay, they are in that range. Now, okay, in the same range. Okay, that means the reachable. If you take 1, so 1 is going to communicate, send the broadcast packet to 3, 1 is going to send it for 6, 4, 8, 5, 7. So for every node, okay, that means they are going to do the broadcast. The broadcast packet will be reaching all the nodes in that particular area. So for 7, 1 is reachable, 5 is reachable, 2 is reachable. Same thing. If you go for 5, okay, so 1, 2, okay, there are so many nodes, it is reachable here. Now I'm just going to start the simulation. You can see the communication will be available in this particular topology diagram. So what does that means? They are doing the broadcasting. So every node, it is started doing the broadcasting. Okay, it is sending the packet. What is a packet means? They are sending hello packet. Okay, they are sending the hello packet. So one device is sending a hello packet to the another one. So if you take 3 is doing broadcast. So it is reachable. Okay, it is reaching 6, 4, and 1. Same, 1 is going to do the broadcast. Okay, it is going to reach for everything. So now you can see there are a lot of packets will be exchanged here. But in the previous lab, okay, we didn't see anything here. Okay, because they are not communicating, just simply printing in the previous. But here it is not like that. So the real communication takes place between the nodes. Okay, actually this is a type of attack. If you do like this broadcasting, so this is the base for denial of service attack. If a node is continuously broadcasting the packet to the nearby nodes, means automatically it is going to be a denial of service attack. Okay, so now we are seeing the broadcasting here. So the broadcasting is taking place from one node to another node. Okay, not all the nodes. It is not going to take in all the nodes. Okay, only in the reachable. Okay, only in the reachable. Now you see, I'm going to adjust the positions. If you adjust the position, okay, that means all the 10 nodes, I'm going to bring it in under a single coverage area. Okay, a single coverage area. That means if one is sending, everybody should get. If two is sending a packet, all the nodes should get. So I'm going to arrange the place. Now you can see the number of packets will increase here. So now let me just adjust the position. Okay, I'm just moving 9. Okay, here. Then I'm just going to move to here. Okay, to the nearby. So what does that means? I'm bringing all the devices under a single coverage area. Okay, I'm bringing. Now you can see the number of packets you can see here, it will increase. So previously, okay, it was scattered. The network was scattered, but it is not scattered now. So now let me just keep the nearby. So if you just move like this, the number of packets, okay, it will gradually increase. Okay, and you can see the lot of broadcast packets will be available in your network. So this is going to be a very serious issue. See the topology now. You can observe the topology now. Okay, so every node, okay, they are able to communicate with other nodes. So the number of broadcasting packets is gradually increasing, and this is going to be the what to say, the overhead. Okay, for each node will suffer a lot. Every node will suffer, okay, because power consumption will be more. Okay, it will use the memory, high memory, and also it will use the cpu. Okay, then the temperature of the node will increase. So all these things are the problems. Okay, we are going to see, okay, in the next class I will show okay like how the power is consumed. Okay, you can see it in a like a graph. Okay, so that will be very interesting. We'll see in the next class that. So this is the broadcast. Now let me play with the broadcast now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change the time. I'm going to change the time. That means from every node. Okay, so up to this we discussed in the last class. Today I'm going to continue with it. Now for every node, okay, from 2 to 4 seconds, 2 to 4 seconds it will take to send the broadcast. I can reduce the time. I can reduce the time. If you reduce the time, automatically the number of broadcast packet will increase. It may increase. Okay, so the next topology, the next example is we are going to customize the broadcasting message. Now it is printing hello. I don't want hello. I need another message. Plus, I want to change the time. Okay, I want to change the time I want to change. Okay, that means very quickly, 2 to 4 seconds is the default. I want to change it to, okay, 1 to 2 seconds. From 1 to 2 seconds, I want to send. That means more number of broadcast packets I want to deliver. Okay, so this is the next concept. Okay, now let me go to the next one. File. I'm going for the new. I'm just removing this simulation. I'm going for a new simulation. Okay, just create it. So here what I'm going to do means I'm going to play with the broadcasting. So that means I want to change the broadcast message and also I want to change the time. Okay, that means the time duration, okay, of the broadcast packet. Okay, these two things I want to change. So what I'm doing means I want to go to the source code. Okay, now let me minimize it. Okay, so I'm going to the places. Okay, home folder. In home folder, so we have Contiki 3.0. Okay, in Contiki 3.0, so I'm going for the examples. So in examples, I want to go for the RIME. Okay, because inside the RIME only we are having the what is it, the broadcast. Okay, the broadcast application is available there. So now, so let me go to the RIME, right? So here you can see the source code. So there are so many programs available. I want to open the broadcast. Okay, example broadcast.c. Okay, now you can say example broadcast.c. This is the program. So this source code, I'm going to open it by using gedit. So using the gedit software, I'm going to open this particular program. So this is your broadcast. So two things I want to change. What is that? I want to change the message and I want to change the time duration. Okay, so I don't want, okay, my packets. Okay, that means I want to send more broadcast. Okay, we are now talking about talking from the attacker side of, okay, attacker side, from the attacker's point of view I'm talking. So generally the attacker will increase the number of, okay, broadcasting packets. So now I'm going for the message. Okay, I want to change the message. Now you can see this is the program. So here the process is available. Okay, this is the printing statement. It is going to print hello. Okay, it is printing the hello. So now I want to change the message. So instead of hello, okay, I'm going to take it as attack. Okay, I'm giving the word as attack. Now, so how many characters means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Totally there are 6 characters available. So 6 plus 1, you have to make it as 7. Okay, so why this 1 means that is a space. So if you use 10 characters, you can give the length as 11. If you give 15 characters as the message, you have to give the length as the 16. So 1 plus 1, okay, you have to give. So now I'm giving 7. Now you can see the time. So the time is, okay, you can see the delay is 2 to 4 seconds by default. By default, okay, the time will be 2 to 4 seconds. So now I want to reduce it. Okay, I want to reduce it. I can reduce the time so that my packet will go very fast. Okay, that means I can generate more broadcast packets. Now I'm going to change it to 2. So if you change the time to 2, okay, to 2. So just I'm changing the time to 2. So automatically now the time is reduced from okay, 1 to 2, the time will be reduced. Okay, so here you will send more broadcast packets now. Now the program is ready. I just modified the some okay little parameters. Okay, whatever I need, I'm just changing them now. So let me save it, and you can close this particular program. So this is your source code. The source code is now modified. Now let me go to the simulation. In the simulation, okay, I want to create the mode. So you can create the mode. You can adjust the window first. Then you can create the modes. So go to the modes, add mode, okay, create the mode, create sky mode, okay, create sky mode. Now so here Contiki process. So what is the process you want to load? Means I want to load the broadcast, but we already changed now. So I'm inside RIME folder. You can see example broadcast.c. Then you can just give open. So if you give open, okay, you are getting. Now you can compile it. Okay, so there is no errors, and you can create. So I'm going to create 10 nodes. I'm going to create, but now here what is happening, the interval, okay, that the delay is changed, okay, and also we are changing the message. Okay, now let me give the add modes. So if I give add modes, okay, so these are the modes displayed. You can change the position. Okay, so while checking broadcasting, you can keep all the modes close to each other. Okay, so you can see, then only it will be very effective. So now I just change the position of all the modes I changed. Now let me go to the view. So enable the mode ID, then IP address. Okay, then printf is very important because we are going to check the message. Then LEDs, radio traffic. Okay, so then okay, grid, I'm not giving grid, so mode type. Then I'm having the code I'm taking, then radio environment. So everything I have taken. So now you can see, I'm just going to start this simulation. You can see, okay, attack. The text is coming. You can see the number of broadcasting will be more than the previous one. Okay, because we reduced the delay. So previously it was taking 2 to 4 seconds to send a broadcast packet, but now we reduced up to 2. So that means 1 to 2 seconds only, 0 to 2 seconds only it will take, okay, to send the broadcast packet. So plenty of broadcast packets will be sent now. Okay, so now your topology is now getting very, what to say, it's getting lot of attack packets, not attack packet, it is a broadcast packet. The name of the packet is called attack. Okay, you can see the here, that means the mode output. So every mode is going to send, every mode is going to receive. Okay, you can see the speed now comparing with the previous one. Okay, now the topology is sending more number of, okay, more number of broadcast packets it is sending. Okay, so this is the next lab. Okay, so it's a very important one. Now what we are going to do means, whenever we increase the, okay, the broadcast, so automatically every node is going to have a problem. What is the problem means, the problem is it is going to consume more powers. Okay, it is going to consume more powers, so more powers it is going to consume. Now, okay, I want to display, okay, I want to display the power consumption, that means how much of power, okay, how much of electricity it is using. Okay, because these devices are chargeable devices, you have to charge it and you have to use it. Okay, so if you have more broadcast, automatically the device will become off, it will be switched off. So I want to print the power consumption of this, okay, nodes I want to display. So how to do it? Okay, you can see the speed, you can understand the speed of this, okay, comparing with the previous topology. Okay, here we reduce the delay, so automatically from 0 to 2 seconds it is sending the broadcast packets. Okay, so let me go to the next one. I'm going for the next topology. So the next topology is how to add, okay, the power trace. Okay, how to add the power trace with this particular, with the broadcasting. Okay, with the broadcasting. Okay, now let me go for the new simulation. So I'm going to stop it, pause. Okay, the simulation is paused. So let me go to the, okay, and I want to close it. I don't want to save it. So let me go for the new simulation. Okay, I'm just removing the simulation. Okay, so here what I'm going to do means I'm going to see the power consumption details. Okay, power consumption details. This is a very important one. Okay, now you can adjust the window as you like. I'm going for the network. Okay, so here what I'm going to do means let me go for the hello world. Already we have done the hello world, or we can go for the broadcast. So we can go for anything. Okay, there is no problem. So let me go for the broadcast. In the broadcast, I'm going to use the power consumption. Okay, I'm going to use it. So now, so what you have to do? Okay, so what you have to do means, so the power trace is an application. Okay, it is an application. Power trace is an application which will print the power consumption details of a mode. Okay, so now we have to go and do some changes. We have to include this. Okay, we have to include the power consumption details. Okay, we have to include in our program. So what I have to do, let me just minimize it. Okay, minimize it. Now I am in RIME folder. Already we have the example.broadcast. Now let me take this example.broadcast. I'm just going to open it. Okay, I'm just opening, okay, the example.broadcast. So already we changed the message. We changed the message as attack, and we reduced the time duration also. That means the delay also we reduced. Okay, now in this I want to include the power trace. That means for every node I want to display what is the power consumption. Okay, what is the power consumption? I want to find it. So what I'm going to do means I'm going to do some changes in this program. Okay, please note down what is the changes means. So I want to include power trace here. Okay, try to understand. I want to include power trace here. Okay, so that is the concept. So now let me go for, okay, two things you have to do. Now I'm going to include, okay, I'm going to include here. Already there are so many things already they wrote. So with that I'm going to include, okay, include. So power trace dot header. Okay, power trace dot header. Okay, I want to include. Okay, so let me copy from here. So I'm just going to use this include. I want to change this as power trace. POWER, power trace. TRACE. So power trace dot header I included now. Okay, so power trace dot header. Then I'm going for this, okay, the process wherever we have the auto start. Okay, auto start. You can see the auto start here. Okay, you can see the auto start process. That means example broadcast process. This is the name of the process. So if you run this, okay, program, so this process example broadcast process will run first. Okay, it will run. So inside that example broadcast process I want to do some changes. What is that? You see example broadcast process. Okay, this is here thread. Okay, this is available here. Now inside that, okay, I'm going to do some changes. I'm going to include something. Okay, I'm going to include something here. Okay, now you see process begin. Okay, process begin. So now inside the process begin, okay, you can see the broadcast. So I'm going to include here. Okay, after the process begin I'm going to include a line. Okay, I'm going to include a line. So what is a line I'm going to include means I'm going to include, or we can give inside the loop also. Okay, I can give after the loop. Okay, I'm just giving after the loop. Okay, because loop is going to run many times. That means it is sending the broadcast packets. So every time I want to send, okay, I want to check what is the power consumption details. Okay, now what is the command means? Only this is the command, only one line. Already we included the header, and the command is power trace. Power trace. Okay, hyphen, sorry, what is it? Underscore start. okay, underscore start. Wait, underscore is not printing properly. Okay, let me copy from here, no problem. So I'm just going to use power trace underscore, okay, start. So power, okay, underscore start, STA or T. So the power trace is going to start. Then the next one is, okay, power start, okay, it is going to start equal to, sorry, start open bracket. Now, okay, the keyboard is printing in a different way. Okay, that is the problem here, but no issues. You can copy from here. So let me copy from here. So after power start, okay, after power start. So now every 2 seconds, okay, I want to find it. Okay, I want to calculate. Okay, every 2 seconds I want to calculate. So now clock, 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 okay, clock underscore second. Okay, so clock underscore second. Okay, second into, okay, so into 2. So into means, that means, okay, you can see the same command here. The command is available here. I can just copy it and I can paste it here. So power trace start. So every 2 seconds I want to find, okay, I want to compile, okay, I want to, sorry, I want to print the power details, power consumption details I want to print. So now you can see this is going to be our command. I just included this command here. Okay, this is only one line. For this we need a header file. The header file is included here, include powertrace.h, and then the command I'm going to include here. So this is the broadcasting with power consumption, with our message is changed. Already we have changed the message, and already the time delay. Okay, the time delay also we already changed. So this is the thing. So now let me try. Okay, let us try now. I just save this file. I'm going for the simulator. So in the simulator, now I'm going to create a broadcast. So this broadcast is going to monitor the power consumption details also. Okay, it is going to consume, okay, it is going to see the what is that, the power consumption details also, how much of electricity is used also, it is going to monitor. Now let me go to the mode. I'm going for the add mode. Okay, create, okay, create mode. So sky mode I'm going to create now. So browse, we have RIME. So inside the RIME I'm going for the broadcast, example broadcast.c. Now I'm going to compile. Okay, you must get an error now. Okay, so we are getting a error. So the error, definitely it is expected. Okay, you'll get an error. So how you can fix this error means, you can fix the error, okay, by changing the make file. There is a file called make file. So you have to change the make file. Okay, keep this in your mind. Whenever you do the source code, whenever you do any changes in the source code, okay, you have to do the changes in the, okay, in the make file also. Teacher, in hello world you already changed. Okay, in hello world you already changed, but you have not done anything in the make file. But here, yes, hello world is just simply printing, but here it is running, some process is running here. So what I have to do means, I have to go to the same folder. I'm just leaving it as it is. I just minimize this. Let me go to the RIME. In RIME folder, you can see there is a make file available. So this make file also we have to change. Okay, not big changes. Okay, now let me open this file. Okay, I'm just going to the gedit. Now you can see here in this you have to include one line. Okay, what is that line means? App. So what is the apps means? I want to use the power trace also here. That is the meaning. Okay, the make file I'm telling, I want to use the power also. Already you have, okay, you can see examples. Okay, so many things, broadcast, unicast, I need to use everything. With this I want to use, okay, the power trace also. So apps is equal to, what are the apps you want to use means, apps plus, okay, apps plus, okay, so plus equal to, okay, apps plus equal to. So let me type it in somewhere. Okay, this keyboard, it is showing some different keys are coming. Okay, no problem, just wait. Okay, equal to, So plus equal to. Okay, so let me do it in the Windows and I'll just paste it here. Just a minute. So what is the command means? Apps plus equal to power trace. Okay, this is the command. So only that command you have to include it here. So once if you include that command, automatically the apps, okay, they are going to include the apps. Power trace also, it will be included with this. That's it. So now I'm just typing in Word and I will paste it here. Okay, no problem. So apps plus equal to power trace. So this is going to be, okay, I'm just paste it here. Say this. So apps plus equal to power trace. So if you include this line, okay, in the build file, okay, automatically your topology will work. So what is it saying means already there are so many apps running here. So with that applications, I want to include, okay, in C program, C equal to C plus 1. Okay, C equal to C plus 1 means, okay, already value available in C plus 1 you are including. Okay, the same concept here. Already applications running. With that applications, I want to include the power trace application also. I want to include. So this is the command. The command says. Now let me save it. Okay, so this is your make file. The make file is ready now. Now you can compile your simulation. Okay, so now let me compile the simulation. Okay, so again it is showing some error. Okay, so what is the error means? The process returned the error code to power. Okay, spelling mistake. You see, power trace start start. Okay, I did the spelling mistake, so because of that it is showing the error. So now let me go to the folder. Okay, where is that broadcast.c. Let me just edit it. Okay, so you can see the power trace start. Okay, spelling mistake. start start. Okay, so this is a small error. So let me just save it again. I'm going to, okay, I'm going to the simulation. Let me close the code. Okay, you can close the code now. So compile it. So now there is no error. So what we have done now? So in the broadcast, we change the message, we change the delay, that means the delay time. Then we included the power trace. So that means I want to know the power consumption details of every node. Okay, this is. Now I'm just going to create it. So how many nodes you want? Okay, I want 10 nodes. Okay, so now I'm just going to click the add modes. So in the random positioning, it is just adding. All the modes are available now. So you can enable whatever the parameters you want to see. Okay, I'm just going to take ID. I'm taking the address. Okay, I'm going to take the printf. Okay, printf is very important. So here, then LEDs, radio traffic. Okay, so position and no need. So mode type. Okay, so then I need the, okay, the code, radio environment. Okay, everything I'm taking. So let us see. Okay, let us see. Now let us run the topology. If you run the topology, now you can find, okay, how the power trace. Okay, how you can trace the power consumption of these particular devices. So now I'm just going to do start. If you just click start, okay, now they are communicating with each other. Okay, attack is coming. Now you can see this screen. Okay, that means the mode information. Okay, you see this mode. Okay, you can have a look. See, there is one line after broadcasting. There will be one line with P. Okay, that is the power details. Okay, I'll show it. Let it run. Okay, let it run. So the topology is running. They are exchanging. Okay, they are broadcasting the message. At the same time, the power consumption also, okay, it is collecting how much of the power is, okay, it is used. So it is now collecting. Okay, just wait for another 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, I'll show. Now you can see here there are so many details are running now. I'm going to the file. Okay, I'm going to the file, the mode output. I'm going to the file, then save to file. Okay, let me click the save to file. That means this power consumption details I want to save it in a file. So once if you save it in a file, you can do the analysis. After that, you can load it in Excel and you can do some graph. Okay, like that you can do it. Now I just take this, save to a file. What is the name of the file means you can say log listener, log listener.txt. So if you want to change the name, you can change it, but let it be the log listener. I will put it in the home. Okay, I will put it in the home. I just save it. Okay, let me save now. Whatever the data, okay, it is generating here, it is now going to the file. Okay, it is moving to the file. So the name of the file is called the log listener file. So if you open the log listener file, you can see the power consumption details of every nodes and you can do some analysis by using that. Okay, you can make any graph, okay, anything you can do by using that particular file. Okay, now it is running. Automatically your log listener file will be updated. It will be keep on updating. Okay, if you just leave this for 1 hour and see the size of the file, log listener file, it will be very big because we reduce the time also here. Okay, less than 2 seconds it is sending the broadcast packet. So keep on sending the broadcast packet, but power consumption also we are checking now. Now let me pause, let me stop it. Okay, let me stop this particular simulation. Go to the home. Okay, go to the home. So in home we have, okay, we created the file. I'm just going to the home, you can see. Okay, in the home, let me just close it and go to the places, home folder. Okay, so there is no long listener, there is no log listener file. Okay, I think we change the place. Let me, no problem, I will do it again. So I'm just going for the file, save to a file. Okay, so now, okay, let it me start the simulation. I just start the simulation, go to the file, save. I just use here, I'm giving broadcast BC and let me save it. Let me save it. Okay, so let me go to the file. It should be available in the places in the desktop, sorry, not in the desktop, in the home. No, the file is not displayed. Okay, let me check it again. But the power consumption detail, it is printing here. Okay, it is printing here. Okay, you can see the power consumption details here. I just pause it here. Now you can see. Okay, see, this is P stands for the power. This is the power consumption details. So there are so many details available. We will see it later. What are that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are a lot of informations it is displayed. This is the power consumption detail for every node. Okay, I'm trying to move it to a file. Let me check it. Okay, let me check it again. Let me check it. Okay, I'm trying. So these details I want to move it to a file. Okay, this is what I'm trying now. Okay, so let me just pass it. Let me check the file is created or not. Okay, wait. So let me go to the home. Yes. Okay, you can see log listener. Okay, the file is available. Actually, the problem is we have to give home user. Okay, I will do it again. Okay, I'll show it again now. See, I just go to the file, save the file. Okay, or you can go for append also you can use it. Go for file, append to the file. Okay, and just wait. Now this details, it is moving. Okay, it is moving to the folder. Okay, let me just go to the folder. You can see here in the places, in the home folder, okay, you can see the log listener is up. Now this is the file. See, this is the power consumption details. Okay, this is the power consumption detail for node ID 4. This is the power consumption, okay, details for the node ID 2. This is the power consumption, how much of electricity it is consumed. Okay, this is the data. Okay, this is the get. So what we can do, you can just monitor. You can say minus 152%, minus 146%, so 150%. If you keep on like that, automatically the power consumption, okay, you can monitor the power will go down. So the power of a node will go down. Okay, we can do this analysis later. But what you are understanding, so you can get the power information, how much of electricity consumed by this device. So you can monitor that. Okay, you can monitor that by using the power trace. Okay, these are all the power consumption information. Okay, these are all the power consumption information. Okay, of the node. So this is what you have to understand from these particular concepts. Okay, so today I'll stop it here. So what you have to do means, please try. Okay, all these labs, okay, you have to try. Actually, I was planning to go for the unicast and also with the server, but I'm not doing that. Okay, I will do it in the next class. So please kindly continue with this. Okay, practice it, then things will become very easy for you.